Sunday, and you know what time it is. 49er football time. The gang is all here. Hey, guys, Niner gang? Guess that was pretty accurate. I like that. OTAs are over. Minicamp is getting underway. You realize you're starting to see the countdown clock on everybody's page now. How many days left before the kickoff? Will we be ready? Think so. But there's some bad reports coming out of camp already. I'm going to run it. I tell you, where is it? He's not here yet. Where's Emilio? It's gonna. Let's run this by you.
Oh God!
Because is Emilio here? Emilio here. Let me run this by you.
Nice.
Quinton Patton is struggling in camp. I have a theory on this, but I want to hear your opinion on this first. Why would QP, after years of finally getting some attention he's been trying to get, why would this year all of a sudden he start lagging? There must be a reason. What is your feeling on that?
Talent.
That's you, Andre.
Oh, okay. My opinion, Quinton Patton's struggling because he did okay in a bad offense. So that's not that's not the same thing as doing great in a good offense. It's like our offense was on the field 3 snaps pretty much the whole time last year. That was it. So he had spurts where he was just like, oh, okay, he can move the chains if he really wants to. But for the most part, Quinton Patton, he fumbled a lot. Like 2012, there's that, or 2013. It was against the Seahawks where he had a big fumble, and that's because he was probably overworked because he was a backup. I can't remember for who, but
you know what? Are you talking about this? I think you're talking about the San Diego game, aren't you?
It might be, yeah. We were supposed to win that game, but he dropped that ball.
San Diego game,
yeah. and it didn't even look like he got hit hard or anything. I mean, he has potential to become a good wide receiver, but I don't think he'll be someone that wants to be called on every game of every situation. And the only reason he had a breakout year this year, if you could call it a breakout year, is because our offense didn't do shit this year.
Oh. You know what, though? That's an excellent point, though. He did well on a bad team. I hadn't ever thought about it from that position. Oh yeah, let's get that's SoCal. Is that SCALNN? Is that 2 N's?
Yeah.
970.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah. Hey, so what do you think about the Quinton Patton situation, man? Is that something he can get better? Because he ain't got much time left. And I understand that even Burbridge is kicking his ass. It's like he's not fighting for the ball out there. Cornerback is stepping in front of him, slapping the ball to the ground. What's going on with QP?
I like Burbridge. He's nice.
Yeah.
But the thing is about him, it's like you gotta compete with all wide receivers.
Yeah.
You gotta compete with everybody. You know? We just gotta. I like our offense. Our offensive line look good. Everybody look good. Everybody pumped up for the season. 9-7 best, man. I'm tired of hearing 8-8. I'm looking at 9-7.
Yes, dude. Likes that. Like I said,
it's not gonna happen.
People don't know.
I like 9-7.
I like it.
That's not gonna happen.
And I see it. Actually,
I like this.
Oh, God.
I mean,
I see
it's 7.
I see some of these for this reason. The 49ers are not going to resemble anything of last year. Other teams expecting that team are going to get their ass kicked because now you got an offensive coordinator that knows how to run an offense and score points. That automatically means the defense is not going to be on the field all day long.
So Chip Kelly's going to score points?
It's all hell
yes.
People need to think about this for a minute. All of a sudden, Chip Kelly comes to San Francisco. He can't score points. Does that make any sense?
What?
No.
Do it. It don't make sense.
It don't make no sense. All of a sudden comes San Francisco. Chip Kelly has won 3 games now, and the 49ers look exactly the same as they did the last 2 years. Give me a break. If that happens, everybody in here to send me their hat, I will eat it right here on there. You know what, though? I have a theory about QP. Quinton Patton, remember that year when he first came in and they picked up all those wide receivers, trying to spread out the offense, give Cap more targets? We had Ricky. We had how many guys? We had about 4 guys. Patton's growth got stunted in that year. I really believe it, because had he been out on the field that year, he would be a year ahead of what he is now. Although it's a little tough to explain why he's out there getting butt beat now, though. Is there some kind of anxiety? I mean, there's no hustle in him. If you read the reports, QP is he's just out there. He's not doing anything, as if he wasn't even struggling for a roster spot. Kind of.
Yeah, he is. He's dancing. He's out there dancing.
Yeah, well,
He's dancing.
That's not gonna help.
He's not doing anything, man.
He's out there dancing.
Got the other receivers.
Okay, one guy. All right, Tito,
right now.
Emilio, hold on. You're next.
Go ahead.
You're next. Tito, go ahead.
Okay, you got the other wide receivers, the rookies that we drafted, and right now the one that we signed. They're all showing. They're all doing everything. They're all improving. They all want to start. Man, this kid, he feels like he's left out. He's quitting the way he's doing things. I mean, if he really wanted to be on this team, if he really wants to make it, he has to show it. But he's not doing it. It won't surprise me that if he doesn't make it in the first preseason game, because it won't surprise me.
Wow.
I think, okay, Emilio, is there any chance that QP could be laboring under the delusion that he has already made this team because of last year?
Only if he only whips and Nene is a lot better, maybe.
Because the thing is, I think QP got in his mind last year that he was the man. I mean, because they had him on the field.
Nene. He knows how to whip and Nene. That's why he's on the team.
Oh, man.
He did that. What was the first game?
He won't make it this year.
No, that's
and he
that's
can do
not-
and he can do the running man.
It's John T. John T. Have you noticed, all of a sudden, every day there's a new report out about Bruce Ellington just raising hell. The dude is looking all pro in camp already. Now, I know nobody's wearing any pads or anything yet, but do you suspect that Ellington is about to turn the corner and become the thing that he was supposed to be drafted to be?
I actually do agree that he is gonna make a difference. You can hear me on Ronbo?
Yeah, no, I'm waiting for you to elaborate. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Only because he came from South Carolina, bulky low South Carolina. He never played wide receiver for any longer than 1 year without playing basketball. He finally gets to focus on wide receiver, and inside Chip Kelly offense, him being the short guy with the speed and the agility, we're gonna see a lot of screens, bubble screens, and counter runs with him coming from jet sweep side. So I think we're gonna see him take off real big this year. Maybe not so much big, because I don't think necessarily. Just to go off topic a little bit, we don't need a number one receiver. We need somebody that's gonna make the first down, get those plays, and that offensive scheme that Chip Kelly runs. All we need is guys that could be dependable, get open, and catch the ball, and be shifty and be quick. That's why we don't need QP. Ellington serves a purpose on special teams, and he's gonna serve a purpose as another running back, and every now and again a shifty guy that can catch the ball down the field.
Good points, man. That's a good point. It's everybody does not have to be the man in the Chip Kelly offense, because he's going to spread guys out. Chip Kelly has been known to run 5 receivers on the field at the same time. That means there is no number one. It's the guy who can get separation. The only thing is the quarterback's got to find the right guy. Bruce Ellington has already been touted by Kelly as being one of his guys. Maybe he sat down with Bruce and said, listen, I am depending on you for a number of reasons. And Ellington, that's maybe all he needed was his ego stroked. That's all he ever needed, maybe. Because nobody else would do it to him. They'd see him go out there and make him say, sit your ass down. And that was it. So maybe Kelly said, "You the man. I'm gonna do things."
I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
Good. I'm just a theory. I mean, I
know.
got. Oh, you know what though? On that same principle, Will, I want to ask you a question. This is right up your alley. I am thinking because Antoine Bethea is the reason why Chip Kelly's offense stalled when we played him first year. This is the second year, first year. Antoine Bethea read every last play. Bethea said just last week, he says, yeah, because Kelly gave him all kind of praise. Yeah, I didn't really recognize several of them plays. Could it be that Chip Kelly has modified his program, and after 3 years, he's a brilliant man? I'm betting that the Chip Kelly football we've been seeing for the last 3 years is about to change in San Francisco. What do you think about that? The same principles are still in place, but there's going to be a little wrinkle here or a little wrinkle there being added.
Yeah, I mean, I once watched him in a video one time where he actually said that each year was different. Year 1 wasn't the same as year 2's offense, and year 2 offense wasn't the same as year 3's. So I'd expect him to change it in year 5, definitely. I mean, that's what he's done thus far, so I wouldn't see why he'd stick with something that's already been done and have people just be able to read against it. So, yeah, I definitely see it being tweaked. It'll probably still be that fast-paced offense, but yet, most people think he'd be going for screenplays. Maybe he might do something else or, something like that. So, yeah, definitely I think it could be changed or minorly changed anyway.
Yeah, because Chip Kelly, everybody knows he's going to go with the inside zone read. Usually that's automatic with him, even little things like that. Will he change and shift these things? Because now he's got an offensive coordinator that may say, I like that, but let's do this and try this, try that, try that. This year is an experimental team, which, by the way, when you do that, defenses are now so confused, and you do it at a fast pace. This is why 9-7 is not even close to being impossible.
Yeah,
That's right.
I think
That's right.
I believe the power run's definitely going to be installed still, though. You got to understand, Trent Baalke's always wanted to stick with that power run. The offensive line's built for the power run, so I think Chip Kelly might be doing the most running that he's done in his offense here in San Francisco. Considering we're that power run offense, everything's built around it. Even our wide receivers have talent at blocking for the running backs and stuff like that. So, I mean, we even draft wide receivers based on that. I still see us running the ball a lot. So, I'm sure there'll be some passing, but, yeah, definitely running the football a lot.
I like that.
What was the Eagles team built for last year?
What were the Eagles what?
What was the Eagles team built for last year? I mean, they drafted DeMarco Murray, or they didn't draft DeMarco, but they picked up DeMarco Murray. They got a couple, some good run blocking offensive linemen, and they got their team was built to do the power run as well. I don't know. He shied away from that, I think.
They got rid of their premier offensive lineman too, though.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly was out of his element last year pulling players, and now that's why he'll have he can focus on the playing into the game and stay away from personnel issues, and he'll probably be a lot different. Steven, you want to answer that question? What was wrong with Philly? What was wrong with Philly last year?
I couldn't really tell you any specifics. All I know is a lot of problem with supposedly him and players such as McCoy, whatever the hell it was. I mean, I don't really know. Honestly, I never watched a lot of Eagles games. You just hear from it from NFL Network, and the word goes around. I don't really watch a lot of Eagles games, so I can't be the one to talk about that. But I feel like Chip Kelly does have the tools where he is going to be running. So, and I don't necessarily think his passing, how the quarterbacks are going to pass with his offense. I don't feel like don't get ready to see our quarterback just throwing bombs. Be prepared for little screen passes here and there. Get ready for some I don't know, just simple plays. Hurry up offense, runs. We're going to keep it going, and our defense is going to have a load of stamina to keep up with it. That's just how I feel about it. I don't really know too much about the Eagles.
honestly.
I'm here.
And,
I'm
and,
here on the
see,
East
and,
Coast.
and I like that about the load of stamina. See, this is why I keep saying, if the 49ers are the ones that train like that each and every week, if you walk into a stadium, do you really believe that that team is ready for that? They haven't been conditioned for that. This is the essence of Chip Kelly football. If you think you could work out a week before you play the 49ers or any other team that Kelly's running, it's too late. It's too late. So if you're not ready, get ready to either stop the point scoring or get your people ready to be on the field a long time, often. And that's why I'm saying I'm
Yeah.
looking for this.
Yeah.
Michael,
That's what
I
Staley
hope,
said.
I hope though.
Staley said
that
they getting
he looks at
conditioned.
it. I hope that he looks at the play clock though. I hope he controls the play clock. I don't really care about him going so fast all the time. You know, I mean, if we're going against a shitty offense, you know, our defense going someone shitty as far as offense goes, then hurry it up. You know, maybe I'll agree with that. But if we have Tom Brady on that side of the field, you know, I would prefer him just to kill as much clock as we can, just like we did years ago with Gore, and even Tom Brady could have came back then. That game was so great, but I just hope he controls the clock. You know, he doesn't necessarily always have to go so quick all the time.
but didn't the Eagles beat Tom Brady last season?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
There's things that here's another thing about the NFL and any sport for that matter. There's a such thing as matchup issues. This is why it's like the Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Well, the Rams can beat the Seahawks all day, every day. That's just one of those weird things. But then they'll turn around and they'll lose to us last year. See, that made no sense, right? There are certain matchup issues, and also Kelly will also be. There's a couple other coaches in the league that Kelly knows how to outsmart. It becomes down to this thing of mind game. If he gets all his players to do it like they're told, Kelly could probably beat just about anybody. But is it Michael?
Yes, mate.
Oh, yeah, Michael, it's Michael. Michael,
Yes,
how you doing, man?
Michael. Yeah, good, mate. Good. Yeah,
You
I have to
Michael,
agree
Michael.
with
No, I
with Will.
didn't expect you.
It's Michael, not Michael.
Michael, what do you want to add today, Michael? Well,
Yeah, well,
I
I
keep
think
leading the conversation. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you got?
No, I sort of agree with Will. I think every year Chip is changing his style. But I think one thing to point out is he'll probably look at the 49ers roster and he'll adjust his, I guess, plan or scheme based on the skill sets that are available to him. So he's probably going to works out what are the best skill sets across, you know, if it's Ellington, he's very good at X, Y, and Z. He'll adjust plays to suit to their strengths. So I think we'll see a lot of that. And also with all this young talent coming through, although they're somewhat inexperienced, it doesn't mean that you know, it's they're probably going to get they're probably going to get more engaged with the system as opposed to in his previous time with Philly where there was too many elder statesmen guys there.
Yes.
So there was a bit of an imbalance there. So I think although I sort of agree with Emilio before about, you know, we do lack in proven guys across the board.
Stars, yes.
But I mean the odds. I mean, obviously whatever's coming out of the betting pool at the moment, 16-0 or something. But but in generally speaking, I think Chip Kelly is going to just basically look to the strengths of each of our players and then go from there. And he was also going to look for people that can be not one-dimensional, people that can do more than one thing, so he can change things around. So I'm looking forward to that. What he comes up with, I guess.
This is why guys like Bruce Miller and actually even Ellington to a degree, these kind of guys are the ones that Kelly's going to enjoy because now he can do different things with them and they can move on. So, you know.
Hey, Ronbo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, can I ask a question for somebody that's on here?
Yeah, who is this?
All right, it's Steven.
Yeah,
Right, am I going to ask it too?
Oh, it's Steven. Yeah, hi, Steven. Go ahead, man.
All right, sorry. All right, I want to ask Emilio something. Emilio, do you feel like whenever you talk or make a statement, like people are against you because they like the fact that you disagree with everybody or something, or do you like no, I'm not trying to start a war or anything. I really do like Emilio's point. I just, you know, But I just like, do you feel like people hate you because you're saying almost like something bitter sometimes, or what? How do you feel about that? I know you don't care.
I think he's got
I know
his
you
mute
don't
on.
care, but and I like that. But you're muted.
He's speechless. He's speechless.
Oh, Emilio.
He's got nothing to say.
Tito, did you mute him?
Oh yeah, he's on mute. He's on mute.
Emilio, you got to unmute yourself.
Okay, yeah, hello, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right. I just want to hear your opinion.
No, I don't care. I just find it funny. I want people to get mad at me. So I can point at you and laugh.
Emilio, I love
I
the
don't get
hat.
mad. You can. Thank you.
That hat
You
is
can get mad at me all you want
Hold on,
about
let
that
him talk.
in my comments, and I don't care. So I can care less. To me, I just like I said before, it's just fun and games to me. Like I said, everybody has their opinion, but if you want to get mad at what I say, I can care less. Or you don't like me, it doesn't matter. I was like, hey. Like I said before, I've had my opinions about the team, and like I said, at this point, I said we do suck, but hey, I'm a Niner to the day I die. It's not gonna change, but it's just funny to me how people get mad and say, "Oh, you're not a Niner fan. Why? Can I have my opinion?" How was that? You're entitled to yours. You're entitled to yours. It doesn't make a difference. And like I said, even I've said before, Ronbo will back me up, and a few people on here will back me up. I'm a Niner to the fullest. But it's just like I said before, I'm entitled to my opinion.
Yeah,
that's
I think
right.
he's conservative. Emilio's conservative.
Because it always seems like everybody when Emilio says something, like everybody takes a sour. It's funny. It's funny because I love it when him and let's say Tito go at it, but it's just I like it. I like it. I like the flavor.
But we need fans like that.
No. You need Emilio and Tito on here.
Hey, you want to hear something funny? Yeah, last week on the comment section, one guy said, "Oh, it's got to be a 49er for man. Fans are taking shots at each other." Karen, I says, "You know what? That's what makes it fun." So,
yeah, that's true.
You know, for the record, man, don't believe for a minute anybody hates you, man. It's fun to argue with you.
Man, I don't get mad. I just see this is how I get down at work. It passes time to talk shit with everybody. I mean, we all get along. If you can't take it, just don't do it. Cause I deal with people like that, and people come at me, why you? You talking shit now. You taking it to another level. Hey, man, the point is to make the next person mad. Is what it is.
Must be talking to a Raider.
You
must
can't
have been a Raider fan.
No, I've talked to 49er and Raider fans. It don't matter what kind of fan it is.
But Raider fans always think you're taking something to the next level when you hit a soft spot. It can be a conversation.
You can take it to the next level.
The
ones that are bad. You know the ones that are bad are Steeler fans.
I know.
Yes. I hate them.
Nah,
I can't stand them.
I'm over here.
The only thing they say,
Eagle fans are the worst.
Come here. Where you going?
the Steelers fans, they only say we got 6 rings. That's the only thing, the only argument they could ever have.
Yeah, but come on, brother. We say we got 5 rings too, you know.
Yeah.
But to me, it's put it like this. The Giant fans and the Eagle fans are worse because if you're not watching your back, they come out and stab you right there. I mean, come on. And believe me, I went to the Niners versus the Eagles over there in Philly. Never do it again, dog. Never do it again.
Yeah. And guess what? And I gotta deal with that. I went to a Giants game when they played the Eagles in 2011. I think that's when they had Michael Vick still.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the green suit guy out there, right? So it was another fight, and the other side of the stands, like it was Eagles and Giants fans just fighting all over the place. And they tried to grab the guy with the green guy, the Eagle guy, the mascot. They grabbed him, ripped his mascot shirt all off. I was going crazy in there. And I got to deal with Giants fans, Eagles fans, Jets fans, Pittsburgh fans, Cowboys fans, and I'm in Jersey. That's crazy.
You know what?
Shit, I live over here in Orange.
We need to shift the Raiders. It's not a West Coast thing. We need to shift the Raiders out to the East Coast because they'll be right in their own element. Yeah, because the Raiders love to like that, man. It's like as a 49er fan, you don't really want to get into all of that. I'm not saying we're innocent, but the Raider fans push that agenda. They want you to know. Man. If one motherfucker rode a 49er man step out of I got my Glock right here. Shoot your motherfucker. I'm sitting at the you know what? All I want to do is walk by your ass. You know, you got to get all into that. So, you know. Hey,
what I've noticed about Raiders fans is they like to to point the finger at Niner fans to say, oh, these are the worst fans in the NFL because there was this many fights with Cardinal fans or whatever. That's what I noticed is they like to point like the finger on who's the worst fan base, and then you look at the Raiders fans and you're like, most of your fans are probably fucking in there fighting people or whatever because they wore a different jersey than you. Like
this established. Man, the only time we get into fights is with who? Them.
It's NFC teams as well, though.
Yeah.
Let's
let Jamel in there for a minute, guys. Hey, Jamel.
Yeah.
Jamel.
How you doing?
Some folks come in through here and they just have a good time, and you got to jump right in. Jamel, what do you want to add today, man? You got something you want to talk about?
Well, I feel like I just feel like the Quinton Patton situation. I think he either gonna get cut or they gonna release him because it's just that he already. I just feel like there's too many young players that understand that at this point, and it's gonna be hard for Patton to compete because and everything changes. So I really think that they're either gonna cut him or release him.
I agree on that.
Could be.
I agree too.
Patton gotta go. I just like.
How y'all like the guy Smelter?
That's the guy I want to see.
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
The Smelter and the kid we drafted, the wide receiver,
Burbage.
Burbage.
Yeah.
There's a guy called
Burbage.
How about the guy from Cal Berkeley? I understand he got good grades last week too.
Yeah, but like I said, I can't wait to see them when they got the uniform pads on. That's when I want to see who's going to be stepping up. Because when we see that, even the first preseason game, we're going to see who's the one that really, really just dying to start.
Yeah, we can tell.
Yeah, we're going to tell.
They're not going to keep them on the field long either.
Yeah, it won't surprise me. Again, Rogers, Smelters, and Belcher. We're going to see one of those guys just blow everybody off. Definitely, we're going to be happy and we're going to be screaming. But like I said.
Tito, you forgot one name, man. That name, Bruce Ellington. It's still it's still red hot. I don't know if they can get rid of it.
But like I said, practicing with no pads, anything like that, it doesn't mean nothing to me.
Yeah, you can be
when
awesome.
we see him doing against another team in a preseason game, getting hit hard, then we see who's really going to start. Because,
but
like I said,
Hey Ronbo,
he didn't look like that last year in this time of year, though. Maybe he has changed.
I'm hoping.
I'm a fan of Ellington just because I've been waiting for this for a long time. I knew he had the speed, just didn't know where was he during the games. So,
hey Ronbo, I joined late. There's one thing I wanted to talk about when I was listening to y'all guys, and then I had to wait till somebody jump out before I jump in. We was talking about Chip Kelly and how he was at Philly, right?
Oh yeah.
I feel that he made the bad decision on trading for Sam Bradford because he want to say he want an accurate passer, but he know deep down in his heart that's not just everything that he needs. Because Sam Bradford, even though he was accurate, they was testing him. They knew he wasn't going to run. That's why they went for the other man. When they ever did the zone read or whatever, they went for the other man because they know he wasn't going to take off. That's why most of the games they lost.
It's true. Pretty much because the offensive. Yeah, that makes sense.
Sam Bradford, he's scary, man. He's not going to run. He's not going to pass that line.
And he better not run. We're talking about a man who's had both knees almost replaced completely.
So for him to have somebody like how he had in Mariota, at least close to him, he knew San Fran was open, so he threw all his heart in San Fran. That's why we gave him a chance, because he knew we had the tools. So I feel whatever happened last year with him and the escapade that was going on in Philly is gonna be way different, no matter if we have young guys or older guys.
Oh yeah.
We gonna give some L's. We're gonna give some L's out.
I'm absolutely convinced of that. Guys, I want to swing a little bit here to as you know, BS ESPN went ahead and embarrassed the 49ers by posting up a prediction where they aren't favored to win a ball game all season long. And what I want to talk about is I'm looking at the schedule. I looked at this schedule with a fine-tooth comb, and to the Rams, we're going to lose opening night. They gave us -2. Panthers, 11.5 points. The Hawks are going to beat us by 14. Did anybody look over the schedule yet and see these numbers? And where can we make some money? I see San Francisco at Buffalo, -7. Tampa Bay. Do you guys realize Tampa Bay last year in total team defense, 8 points behind us? 8 teams between us and Tampa Bay. Now, granted, maybe Tampa Bay got better. Maybe they picked up a few extra players. But even Tampa Bay is picked to beat us. Well, it's a pick'em. So,
Ronbo, they're saying that we're going to lose all our games. Everybody that I've been watching TV, I've been scoping in the NFL networks and the sites and all that, they had the 49ers losing every game. They said it's going to be 0. That's it.
That's what I was talking about. Brandon.
It's a joke, man. That pissed me off.
Let Brandon in for a second. Brandon, I'm looking at the schedule, and as I said, we've been chosen to be the weakest team next to Cleveland. We're not supposed to win a game. We're not favored to win any game. And we got 2. We got 3 pick'ems against the Saints. They were the worst defensive team in the league last year. The Jets, a pick'em, which I don't understand that one at all. And Tampa Bay. Hey, Brandon, do you see where there possibly could have been made a mistake? And would you, if you were a betting man, would you put any money on any game? Did you look through the schedule yet?
I've looked through it multiple times.
Do you see any game where you might be able to kill that, even the point spread that we're supposed to get beaten by? Now, immediately I would take that Hawks game with a 14-point spread. The Hawks aren't going to beat us by any 14 points. They haven't been doing that for a long time anyway, except for last year, and that was a fluke year anyway. So what do you think?
The first thing I got to say about it is that no team has played a snap yet, so I don't know where they're getting these statistics from.
Good point.
Second of all, we have Chip Kelly. Last year we had Jim Tomsula, and we hadn't lost any truly great players other than Anquan Bolden. And even at that, we gained a great player as well.
Yep.
So where is the big hole that they're saying that we have? Because I see Cap and I see Blaine.
And keep going right down through the roster. The holes that you're talking about, why do they call them holes? Why don't they call them, at least until now, nondescript position of hole? You know?
No,
wait, Tito. Brandon, wait, Tito, hold on. Brandon, is that it? Did you any other games? I'm just. How about the first game with LA? Do you think we're going to lose that by 2?
We're going to embarrass LA. That's the plan.
Yeah, so there you go. There's money to be made right there. The Carolina Panthers, I actually believe that since it's in Carolina, that 11.5 points is a slight possibility. But game 3, the Hawks.
The Panthers game, that game, I'm thinking it depends on how the Panthers react to the Super Bowl loss is how the regular season is going to go. Now, they decide to stand up and go all in for it, or they can cry their way back to Carolina and pout about it throughout the season. I mean, that's it.
Oh man,
I can see that. I can see that. It's to be that depressed that long is tough.
Play that game is it's rough, but I think Cam Newton, I don't think has still recovered from it. He's asked about that post interview multiple times, and he keeps on ignoring it. He's still depressed about it. I mean, it just depends on how the team reacts to it. And if they carry that on to their season, we have a legit chance. I don't see a big hole in our roster. I see potential of a 9-17.
I agree. The holes are where people haven't been played in yet, but to just decide it's a hole is just strange. Let's go back to the top. Andre.
Yeah.
Andre, I've got a problem with the losing every game. Did you see any games where they may have made a mistake?
I feel like they made a mistake on giving every single NFC West team like besides the Seahawks, because I mean we could talk shit about the Seahawks all we want. They've had our number for however long, but the Cardinals, we've always either beat them out or split the difference. Same with the Rams. So I think they kind of made a mistake to where they're losing that game for sure. Because we kind of Jeff next, we've always had their number. But for all we know, dude, we could sit there and sugarcoat everything and say, yeah, for all we know, we really could go 0-16. We do have hardest schedule in 2016, 2017 season. But as far as like teams like the Dolphins and teams like the Buccaneers and other teams like that, I don't think we'll lose to them, but we really don't know. And that's kind of what irks me about Vegas, is because they're just like, well, this player did this last year, he won't ever have a breakout year. Fuck him, pretty much is what they.
I don't think. This is the way too early predictions. This is the thing I get so much trouble. Andre, we're gonna let you go.
That's last year.
We're gonna start to wind down. All right, buddy.
Yeah, all right, man.
All right. See you next time, Andre.
Later.
All right, Will.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I don't think it's so much based off of players.
Yeah.
That Vegas picks. I think it's more or less off of stats. And if like Chip Kelly's offense last year was like ranked like 26 in most of the category, and they had like the worst time of possession on offense last year. And then too, the Niners defense didn't look good on paper last year. So you put all that together, new coach, all that stuff. I think they're just looking at it, from that view, and not so much of like, what the Niners have done to get better by the draft and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely not a player thing. It's more or less a stat thing, and I think the stats just kind of show that, based off of last season, they don't think there's any improvement, but they don't see the little things that possibly will improve the team.
Yeah, I always Will. It's very sensible and it makes a lot of sense. and Vegas probably did do that. And also, it's all about marketing. Vegas says, let's get this going right now, and let's get people involved. I bet you there's thousands of guys have already placed bets. You go in now right now and you put $100 on 101 to bet, and you got huge money potential to make. You put $100. Let's say you got $500. You put $100 on Cleveland. You put $100 on San Francisco, and you just go right down the line making money. So and one of them's liable to hit. So it's easy to see.
True. All right, guys. Well, I'm out of here. Take care, everyone.
All right, Will. See you next time. All right, Tito.
Peace.
Tito, do you have anything else you want to bring to the table?
Yeah, I would like to talk about these people that's making the prediction of the 49ers. They're coming out saying that we never had nobody on defense and all that. We needed help in defensive end. We got that. We took care of that. We needed help in offensive line. We took care of that. People are judging us and saying that we never had a player. Nothing. They thought that we were the Cleveland Browns #2. I mean, they're crazy. The players that we have, some of the players that we have, I can guarantee you the other team one of them or two of them. The thing right now I'm saying is I just cannot wait until we, the Niners, prove all these fools wrong and watching us winning games more than you think and kicking butt, especially with this defense is going to come out strong. All they do is this. They're talking about the Seattle might end up coming and winning the division. I don't see that happening. They need help in the offensive line. In reality, the running back, to me, they don't have a running back that's going to scare, because if you stop the running back, then you got the shrimp trying to throw the ball down the field. I doubt that you're going to do that, because I can guarantee, I just can't wait for us to play them. Yeah, I can't stand that kid, man. I just can't wait for Rambo's boy, just grab him, slam him, Just
Each-
break his
each-
freaking.
each-
Oh
each and
man,
every
I
game.
just can't wait.
Each and every game, Lynch gets him a piece of Russell Wilson's booty.
Yeah, you got it. Well, guys, listen, you guys take care. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
All right, Tito.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Hold down Jersey, baby.
Peace.
All right. Hey, Steven.
Yo.
Steven, I'm wondering, man, like, Tank Carradine, right? Do you know that Tank Carradine was seen running down the field stride for stride with a tight end? They didn't say which tight end it was, but did you know that Tank Carradine had that kind of speed? The dude
Nah, I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't really think that. I can't. Shit, if he can run with them, fucking Tito could. But
Here's the thing.
I don't know.
Tank Carradine's down around 265, 270. He's getting down in weight. So
Are you done with him, or do you still have some praise for him, like high hopes for him? I guess.
you know what? Because at Florida, when he was a Seminole, Tank Carradine could play some ball. He didn't.
And he was projected number one. No, well, not number one, but he was in the first round.
Yeah, he didn't start looking bad until 49ers made him get fat, and he slowed him down. And he's not the kind of guy that handles the interior pressure. So it was it was the 49ers' fault, you know.
And he was learning. He was learning technique by Andre Carter.
Yeah. Let's put him back out there where he naturally works, and let see what happens. This is what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, that's a sign. If Andre Carter is on the side teaching only Carradine and Lynch, that's another sign of who might be playing, first snaps.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, see that's the thing.
All right, well, I was just gonna say, I don't believe we're gonna win every game, or we're not gonna lose every game either. I mean, I believe that we'll probably, if I'm guessing, we'll probably win 6. I wouldn't. Well, not 6. I can't just say that easily, but definitely not. We're not going to be, those Lions back in the days, where, it was just like no wins at all. I don't believe that, because we have too much going for us as far as future players still developing on the team to be some this coming up season. Also, Chip Callie's there, and I mean, a lot of people are putting us down, but honestly, we're going to be one of those teams that are undervalued to some aspect. But that is how I feel about that, and yeah, pretty much that. And I'm gonna let you guys go, man.
All right, Steven. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, for sure.
It's good to be
What happened
underestimated.
to OKC?
What about OKC?
They eliminated.
I'm not an OKC fan. I was hoping they'll beat you guys, but
I know, but you were just talking about OKC.
Okay. Well,
You
go
forgot,
Cavaliers.
did we?
I got it.
You weren't even on the show yet. You already went offline. If you wanted to argue, we can argue right now if you want.
No. Wait, we got to stay OKC on you guys.
Go ahead. I'm not
Steven,
even a Warriors fan.
Steven, were you an OKC fan? That's right, huh? I realized.
No,
you said that 2 weeks ago.
He's a fake ass Bulls fan.
Yeah, I'm a Bulls fan.
That's
when most of these people are just talking about Curry. So yeah.
Oh, I don't talk about Curry.
I've been a Bulls fan
since everybody else.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just saying, it's just just all my not all my friends are Golden State fans.
All right, guys. Let's keep it 49er related for now, because you know what? We're going to talk about that 1 week. Let's see if the Warriors can actually win this series. We will take out a day for that. I'm just saying, it's a guess. I don't know. I'm just, because they could lose today. That game's coming up in just a little while. Hey.
All right, well, goodbye, guys.
All right, Steven. Hey, it's Scalding. 973.
What's up, baby?
Listen, man, you know what? I'm telling you right now, I'm a little concerned, as I say, about us losing every game and all these odds. Have you thought about whether you'd want to bet on one of them just because the score is so outrageously big? The biggest spread I see seems like us lose to the Hawks by 14. Let me take another quick.
Oh, that's a run line.
See, that's only the Hawks are supposed
I'll
to
take the points.
Yeah, and the Panthers, I mean, they didn't even, let me say, I don't even think New England's going to beat us by that score. Yeah, New England.
We're going to kick New England ass.
Oh, well, that's the thing. How is it that the Hawks are rated better than the Patriots? See, this is the thing about BSPN.
I don't
They have
understand
been
that.
swinging on the Hawks. They have been supporting the Hawks for the last 3 seasons, and they've gotten embarrassed for the last 2 in a row.
Yes.
And they're going to rank them really
Yes,
high
they
again
have.
this year. I'm loving it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? And you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny about this? Because Chip Kelly loves he loves being around Pete Carroll and this little trio little thing they got going. And you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you,
Oh,
can
yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, I can hear you. But I was just thinking about they little thing they got going on, man. I think Chip Kelly came over there for a purpose, man. I think so. But you know what's so interesting? The first 5 games of the season, and I can't wait till we play Dallas. Oh my God. I want Dallas so bad, man. Oh my goodness.
Week 4.
That's week 4. I want to see where we at in the first 5 games of the season.
Dallas.
Because you know we after that I think we play the Cardinals.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken.
Cardinals.
Thursday. Thursday night, right?
Hey, Emilio. Just
It's
real
it.
quick.
It's
real
Cowboys,
quick. I need
Cardinals.
to come back on here. Emilio.
Who was that? Is that Steven?
Yeah. Hey,
Go
you're
ahead.
saying, hold on. I want to say one thing. If you say I'm a fake Bulls fan, don't
I
wear
was just
fake
joking with
jerseys. No, but just don't wear fake Golden State fan jerseys, all right?
No, Steven, come on, man. Okay, Steve, we'll see you next week, bro.
Oh man.
Emilio, I think Steven's got to think about you, man. He got on you last week. You guys must bust out during the week all the time.
No, yeah, we do.
All right. And is that John Terry? Scarlett, he's on now. Yeah.
What was Christopher making all that noise?
Yeah, that did get a little loud a minute. Chris, please, man. Got to get rid of that racket. All right. Scarlett. All right. So, therefore, on the first 5 games, you got L.A. Let's see. We got L.A., we got Carolina, we got the Hawks, and we got the Cowboys. Of the first 4 games, and the Cardinals in there. Of the first 5 games, what will be our record at the end of the 5th week? He's thinking.
I think 3-2.
Who do we lose to?
Carolina.
Yep.
Arizona. Maybe. That's an iffy game.
Yeah, see, I don't know how to call the Cardinals right now. Okay. So anyway, was that what you were going to say? Because I didn't mean to put words in your mouth. I was just thinking Carolina, most likely, because they're still pissed off about last season, and they'll probably come out. I suspect Carolina in the first 6 weeks could just go beat people up, and we might be in the way. We might, if we played them the second half of the season, it might be a different story, but playing them in week 2 is not a good thing. So, yeah. So was that right? Carolina, you picked. We agree on Carolina. What was your second choice? Because I know you're not picking Dallas.
No. You know who I'm gonna say Arizona because we're gonna be at home against Dallas, and then it's a back-to-back for us. But I think Arizona gonna be ready for us. But I think we're gonna get them the next game in Arizona because we owe them that one. Definitely.
There you go. We owe them. We definitely owe them from last season.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm getting ready to wrap up, so I'm going to see you next week, all right? Yeah. John T. You want to add, man, because we got getting ready to close shop.
Nothing else really, more or less, just to, let everybody know that, it's early. Whenever the season do start, I do believe we will beat Carolina. Every team has its weakness. Carolina, no secondary. Their front 7, not even all that. Plus, the mental collapse in the Super Bowl. You got to remember that.
True.
I think we're going to sweep the Rams this season because they traded all that. You don't make a trade like that for the other team that the Rams traded to if you don't think they're going to do bad. You got to remember, this guy, Jared Goff, is young. They're going to give him the range, and he's going to go against our defense. I think we're going to tear him up twice. So that's 3 wins right there. And Seattle is going to be a battle. I think that's going to come down to the last possession. This is my only inquiry about Chip Kelly, actually, is he cerebral just as much as Harbaugh was when it comes to coaching? Like Harbaugh looks at the rules.
Yeah.
Harbaugh looked at the rules and used them. Will Kelly do the same thing to get Pete Carroll and them boys off track? Other than that, I got nothing but the face. I at least got us going either 10-6 or 11-5.
Oh, I like that.
That's too high, man. That's too
It's
high.
not too high when you look at it and break down every team's weakness. Is not that high. It's actually doable. Nobody saw us coming when Harbaugh first got there. So take that and look at the coaching staff that we got, the pieces we got. If you ever studied Chip Kelly and what he's bringing to the table on offense to go with our defense, the way it's going to work is it's going to be shifts and drones. That's why I'm not worried about the defense. The defense is going to carry us, no doubt about it. The offense is going to be the tricky part.
Only team I'm worried about is Arizona. That's it.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. I think Arizona, we're going to split one with Arizona. So that's our first loss right there this season. And if anything,
I think we're going to kill the Seahawks twice. No, we not. We're going to kill them twice.
I like that.
We're going to kill them twice. And we got them at the end of the season.
I don't care if it's true or not. I like it. I like it.
But other than that, I could break down every team weakness and tell you why we're going to win and why we're going to lose. But we ain't got time for that. But, Niners all day, every day.
Hey, John T., we got to talk, man, later, because I like, you know what? You've done the same thing I've done, and I just hadn't said anything. If you break down each team, you can see where their weaknesses can be taken advantage of. It's not a given that they're just going to beat us up. I love it. I'm telling you, man. John T., I'll get in contact with you later, man.
No problem. If y'all want to look up something about Chip Kelly in the offense, look up when he was in Oregon. Look up Oregon versus San Jose State. When he put tight ends at wide receiver and a quarterback run and a quarterback ran. They ran that play 5 times and he picked up 200 yards with that play.
I've watched those kind of clips of Chip Kelly over and over. When he lulls teams to sleep, thinking they know what he's going to do next, and boom, suddenly you got a man going downfield and nobody even seeing. This is what I like about Kelly football. There's no predicting it. Shit.
Yeah, man. It's that's what I like about Chip Kelly because I do the same thing in the Madden game. It's all about mismatches. But the only thing I don't like about his offense, which I hope he change, is the audibles. Give Gabbard or Kaepernick a chance to audible out of those things, and I bet you will be successful.
Look for that to happen because, as I say, he's changed that each other. John T., we'll see you. All right, we got to go, man.
Have a good one. Y'all be blessed.
All right, bro. Thanks, man. All right, Jamel. Well, yeah, Jamel. All right, who's it? Let's see, Armos.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Yo, Armos, what do you want to add before we say? Jamel, there you are, Jamel. Hey, Jamel.
There we go.
Yeah, time to sign out, man. What do you want to add today?
Yeah, I wanted to just add on to what the guy said earlier. I've been saying 11-5 from the beginning because I looked at the schedule and I was like 11-5, hands down. So I was just speaking on that end. I just wanted to add on to that.
If this happens, it would be just like Harbaugh's year. Everybody said they was going to get the brains beat out. All the media was just going nuts, just giving the 49ers absolutely not a prayer. We went 13-3 that year. That's not going to happen,
We got the element of surprise, man. We got the element of
and not only that,
they know our plays, but they don't know how Chip Kelly changed.
Yeah. All right, Jamel, anything else?
All right. Oh, that's it. That's it.
All right, bro.
You have a good day, Ronbo.
All right, bro. See you next time.
No problem.
Amos.
All right.
Yo, hey, man, I see us winning 10 games, man. I give it 10 games. We're gonna jump out the gate like we did last year, but this time we got smarter coaches. We didn't need all-star players, and last year we felt like we could have done better, right? So I feel like this year we got the coaches that can make the changes during the game instead of waiting for us to get pulverized and then they go back home and then they go look at film instead of making the changes during the game. And I think that we got the coaches that to do that, man. How the defensive coach was talking about, hey, the good players going to be on the field. We're going to find a way to put them in. If somebody's lacking, I feel that he's going to make that change. Yeah. Instead of, hey, that's our starter. We're going to start him for the rest of the game, and then we'll talk about it later. I don't like that part.
Tom Sula football.
Tom Sula, man.
And that is that they've let everybody know that right now. What are the 3 words? Relentless. He's got 3 words for the defense. If you're not showing that, you'll sit down. And right now, if I had to pick the secondary, I would say, for what I'm hearing, Robinson is in.
Yeah, man.
Also,
He's a dog. That man's dog.
Jimmy Ward is in. And Redmond has been picked by some experts as being a potential defensive rookie of the year. Now, what that says is, what about the rest of the guys? And also, Dante got hurt. No telling how long he's going to be out. I think
they're fighting for their jobs. They're going to be fighting for their jobs.
They know.
I like it.
They know, man, because the guys that they brought in, they ain't bullshitting. These guys can play. So the guys we've seen last year, Reeser's going to get cut, I got a feeling. Also, Kenneth Acker, he can forget about seeing all them hours he's seen last year. It's serious in that secondary now. And you got back and firing people up, talking shit. I can't wait to see him in action on the field. That's how you take him out of this game. That's Crabtree. Richard Sherman took him out of this game just like that.
I just got an update. Talib got shot in the leg.
Yeah, I know. I forgot to mention that. And he was at a party in Dallas, and people wondering what the hell was he doing in Dallas when he was supposed to be somewhere else the next morning. So, Talib is that kind of dude, though. You listen to him talking, and you watch him playing on the field, it's a wonder somebody didn't shoot Talib, man. Just talks too much.
Hey, Ronbo, you crazy, man.
Man. I think that's the way he is. Hey, Arlos, we gotta go, man.
Yeah.
Next week, okay?
All right, peace, man.
All right, bro.
I'll see y'all next week.
All right. Hey, Brandon.
All right, man.
Big Boss.
Yep.
Big Boss 7. Dude, I just realized you just came in late, man. What do you want to add before we say goodbye since we just got you in there?
Well, basically all this, because I was watching earlier, all the stuff you guys been talking about. Basically, you added in all the stuff I was talking about, like especially the prediction thing by the stuff that happened the stuff that's going on in Vegas and ESPN that they said that San Francisco will not win one single game this season.
Not one.
Which really got on my damn nerve about it because they were saying about so if they're gonna be like 0-16 and last, at least the Browns are gonna be like one seed ahead of them, at least better. I'm like, are you serious? Like you thought that we had a bad offseason last year? Like look what's going on in Cleveland. It's a hot mess in that damn city, man. Just like that stuff that happened with Johnny Manziel and I don't know in that front office or whatever the hell else is going on, man. So I don't know where they can get that from, saying that we're like the Cleveland Brown 2.0s over here. like motherfuckers stupid.
And the thing is,
that's a good point.
And they got all those draft picks. They gotta file through them, sort them out, and try to find a few ball players. And why would that be a winning combination? I don't get it. And they got, I don't know. I ain't gonna say anything about RG3 yet because I want to see what he looks like. But come on, man, why would that be a plus? And who did they pick up in the draft? They picked up some
wideout. I forgot some wideout they picked out, I think.
I said, come on, man. I said, Cleveland is better than the 49ers? In what way?
It was funny, though, because in the drafts, everybody was, of course, that hype about San Francisco, like, the first rounder is going to be a quarterback. I'm like, no way. Yeah. And then I'm like, I was kind of, once Cleveland's pick came up, I was wondering, like, is it going to be a quarterback this time? And then after I heard it was a wideout, I'm pretty sure. I can remember, and I'm like, I'm really surprised. I would have laughed if they picked up golf or something, you know what I mean?
Would have been. It might have been better. All right, Big Boss, man. We're gonna see you next week. All right.
All right then.
All right, bro. Hey, Brandon. Man, what do you want to say before we close shop?
There's no doubt in my mind because I don't see a hole. I see a good coach. I see an offense that's adapting to this new coach, and I also see a defense that's going to come in stronger than ever. So I don't know where we're going to lose
16 games.
16 games. There's no way. And I just want to show this right here, Mexico. It's a skeleton. And let this resemble the 49ers 80s. And let Chip bring it to us.
And remind everybody, this is not 2004 where we have absolutely no talent on the team. This is just ridiculous.
Because I'm looking at this roster. I see Blaine Gabbert and Colin Kaepernick both with huge potential. I'm also
We lost you, Brandon. But I know what you're going to say next. Brandon was going to say we got Carlos Hyde with a running back crew behind him that's very, very well talented. We got tight ends galore. Maybe two of them will soar. It just goes on and on. Brandon, before you're going to connect back in, we got to go, bro. All right. Emilio. Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up?
I love the freeze frame, Chris. That's pretty good. I thought. Chris, what do you want to add to the conversation today, man?
Well, I'd like to add that I am going to that LA game December 24th.
Oh, that's right. You're in SoCal.
I'm in it. I'm in Boynton Park right now, but yeah, I'm definitely going to be at that Rams game December 24th because I pass by that stadium every other day going to work. So
there you go. And make sure.
All right.
Go ahead.
Make sure Oh yeah, and I think we'll go at least 9-7 if they start catching on to us. If they don't see us coming, we'll probably go 13-3.
Good point. Because if they can't catch on, that's right. It goes on into the end of the season. Good point.
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
But yeah, that's all I got to add.
All right, bro. Thanks for coming by. We haven't seen you in a while. All right.
I tried. It's just I work a lot.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You got all the money. You got all the money.
This mic setup is just weird. Yeah, this is like my fourth mic. I broke all the others.
Hey, Chris, man, you got to lighten it. Well, that's all right because you're working more than everybody else. You can buy a new mic every week.
Yeah.
All right. See you next time. All right.
All right.
Emilio.
Yeah.
Emilio, what do you want to say, man?
Not much, really. I mean, you know me, I'm just a shit talker.
I do look forward to it, Emilio. In fact, I'm going to start coming up with one question for you a week. See, I just want to, because your reactions last week was killer, man. When you just came up with the one-word answer, that was awesome, bro. I tell you, that was style.
Well, like I told you before, man, I'm just, like I said, I love this team. I mean, a big fan. But like I said, my expectations are not this high for this. 11-5, 10-6, that's way too high for me. I don't even think that's even possible.
You got a 2-14, right? Can we get 2?
No. I had said I had said somewhere between 7, maybe 8 games. I actually have.
Oh,
like
okay.
I said,
Come from you, Emilio. That is actually good. That's actually nice. 7 or 8 games.
It's gonna be a more improvement. I'm thinking, somewhere maybe 6, 7, 8. I'm not saying, we're gonna be a playoff team. Hell no, this team is not nowhere near a playoff team. I don't even think maybe coming maybe second or third place in this division. Like I said, it's too far off. It's too much to still improve on. First things first. If we can't fix the quarterback situation, don't nobody expect this team to win 8 games. Like I said, at the most 7. We got to figure out the quarterback situation first.
But remember Chip Kelly, he's not the kind of guy where the quarterback's going to hold back his whole offense. That first year when he had, what's that guy's name? The big blonde? That they went 10-6. See, that's not
Nick Foles?
Nick Foles.
That's not an all-star quarterback. His program is not designed where he depends completely on any one player, if you notice Chip Kelly football. Anyway, you know what? We can dissect that one later. But okay.
I was gonna say now that I'm thinking about it, I was listening to an interview with Chip Kelly on 95.7. Listening to it, he was talking. They asked him about Cap and Gabbert. He really didn't want to say who he wanted as a quarterback, but he was leaning more towards Cap as his quarterback instead of Gabbert because he was. I'm not gonna really say. I'm not gonna do that here now because I gotta wait for the offseason. But he was talking more about Cap highly than he was Gabbert. He was used to saying, they're both talented, but he kept saying Cap this, Cap that. I'm like, he wants Cap as his quarterback.
He'll get his chance. That's going to be a fun competition to watch. We got to see it unfold. And like I say, everybody will be, whoever shows out and looks good, they'll have everybody supporting them no matter which one it is. So
I'm rooting for Cap. So
there you go. Yeah. All right, Emilio. See you next week.
All right.
Brandon. Brandon, you weren't finished. Hopefully your link will hold up this time. Brandon?
I don't know where you went.
So, all right, Scott, I'll tell you what do you want to say before we say goodbye?
Just got this.
Wait, I missed the name. What did it say? Does that say Sanders?
Yes. Classic, baby.
That is worth its weight in gold, man. How did you
75th seasons.
How did you find that? Did you find out recently? You always had it.
I always had this.
Whoa, man.
Yes.
Doesn't get any better than that. One of our greatest of all time. He was
That's
a mercenary, but man, that one season was a good time.
Yes, it was. But I'm out, Ronbo. I'm gonna holler at you, man.
Look forward to see you next week. All right.
All right, man.
All right. All right, Brandon. Brandon, tell me. Brandon, okay, listen. We gotta go. All right. So anyway, look forward to seeing you next week. You know there's gonna be some more developments in the 49 camp. Look forward to talking them over with you. And with that, Niners!